All right. Hello, everybody. We are here. We are finally here. Technical difficulties. We are underway. This is it. This is the last round of the SRO 2025 World Series. Let me get this correct here for you in a minute here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There it is. Ba-dum. Okay. This is going to be the race for the championship. We have some interesting things going on. But before I get to that, we want to tell you about how this is possible. This is brought to us here by Built in America, Liberty Footwear. They've been sponsoring us through the whole way. They're going to drive us home here on this last and final round where we are going to crown a championship. So you can enjoy stylish comfort performance in the safety hiking everyday wear common fit boots handcrafted in Michigan, USA. Make sure to tell you Randy Marek sent you, or tell them. I don't have to tell you. And that will go a long way for us and Randy from Marek Farms, who's also been a big hand in this. So, as this plays out, I want to remind everybody that the points are extremely close. So, Woody, talk to us about these predictions.
Right, so we've got two championships on the line. Welcome, everybody. We've got two championships on the line for Class 1 and Class 2. They are not decided, so it's a championship decider. I'm looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. I've done a few calculations. At least, some AI has done some calculations, but we won't go into that. Some calculations. So at Class 1, Nick Westy is leading the championship from Bjorn Hagman at the moment, 171 points to 165, with Lars Hagman not far behind with 153. I believe the top three are in with a shout, but further down it gets, people would have to do not finish, or do not start rather, to not score points. But Nick Westy will win the championship if Bjorn Hagman finishes ahead of Bjorn Hagman, rather. He finishes second, and Bjorn Hagman does not win. So it's in Nick Westy's court, to be honest. Bjorn Hagman needs to hope that Nick Westy finishes third or lower if he's going to win the championship, but he has to win the race. Teammate of Bjorn Hagman, Lars Hagman, his brother, minus 18 points in the championship. He needs to win, and Nick Westy needs to finish 8th or lower. So will we see some team orders in here? Will Lars possibly take some points off Nick Westy to give Bjorn the championship? Who knows? So Class 2 is a little simpler, I would say. Phil Brown is out in the lead with 170 points. And Ben Summers needs to hope that Phil Brown has an absolute shocker for him to win the championship. And Simon Barnes needs everyone to have an absolute shocker because he's in third place at the moment. So Phil Brown just needs to keep it on the island, Rob.
Interesting. As far as series points go, for the World Series, let's take a look at that. We got the World Series totals up there. Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, so Nick Westy again is leading that championship. We've been at 4 series through the year so far. Started off with IndyCars, then we did some, I think it was P2s and GTEs. Then we did a series with F1 1984, and this is the final round for the year. So Nick Westy leads by 653 to 649. Now, I did the calculations in my head just before we started. Nick Westy would have to finish down in third, and Philip Pichler would have to win this race to win the World Series. So Nick Westy, again, if he doesn't have a shocker that he's had earlier this season, because he's had a couple of crashes early on, he needs to keep it in the top 3, and he should be winning this World Series.
Awesome. So it does look like it was a little bit wet. I think they're getting the server underway here. It looked like it was set up to go to the race, but I think he's settled it now because we are going into quali. Do we want to take a look at the standings? We already did that, right? The standings for each round. I have the Class 1 standings up there now with Westy. Let's take a look at the track map. This is the old Spa, so it's going to be a huge long lap as these guys are filing out for quali here. And then the weather, oh my gosh. It looks like it's going to be nice and sunny for the beginning. And then we are going to get some rain at the end of this race, so it's really going to play into how this thing winds down and how the tires are. Definitely 100% rain there in that last segment of the overcast. Wow. Okay. So with that said, let's get the towers up and let's get the quali battles up and have a look at who is what and where as we get ready for this race today. Right, that should be fading away. So we do have a new feature here. We are going to try and bring you some replays. So Professor Woody has been working hard behind the scenes, pressing buttons and reading code and talking to ChatGPT, trying to get us some kind of a replay system. And by God, his brilliant mind has conquered it to an extent. So we're going to try that today. It's very experimental, so you got to bear with us, but we're going to try and bring you some replays on this extremely long lap here at Spa. So Woody, am I leaving anything out? We didn't talk about the cars. We've got a lot to talk about here.
So the cars that we're using, obviously we've got time to explain because of this long outlap. The Class 1 drivers are going to be in the Porsche 917Ks. Now, if anyone knows about the Porsche 917Ks, popular or historic car from back in the day with the Golf livery that used to run at Le Mans in 1970-71. Big rear-engined car with a flat 12. Big, huge tyres. It is, as we explained throughout the season, it is just a wing. It's one big solid piece. You could put it like that. But we are running with Class 2s as well, which is mimicking the Goodwood GT Rival Series. And our drivers have picked, I believe, we've got some Aston Martins in there, some nice noisy Chevrolet Corvette C3s, some Stingrays. And I think we've got some Ferrari GTOs and possibly a Shelby Cobra. I think John Van der Geest is the only Shelby Cobra. So it is about a 4-minute 10 lap for the GTs and about a 3-minute 10 lap for the Porsche 917. So a long lap for all these cars to get spread out. And they've only got just under 10 minutes of quali. Well, in fact, it's going to be 12 minutes of quali. So they may get 2 laps in. Thankfully, the track isn't wet, so hopefully these drivers can keep the outlet clean because there are a lot of things to collide with.
Indeed. All right, thank you for that, Woody. That's some good information there. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. This, like you said, we got 11 or so and a half minutes left as we look at one of these cool helicopter views. This is one of the older tracks in R Factor 2. I think, as Woody and I were talking before, this track's been around since, I think, right at the beginning of R Factor 2. So
yeah, I think it was out on release. Came out with some of the vintage Formula 1 cars, and I don't think many people would have seen this track if they hadn't have played like the historic Grand Prix Legends series. A track 21 turns, 14 kilometers. So the first part of the circuit is maybe familiar to drivers of the modern circuit, but the rest of the circuit just goes out in the hills of Belgium, and lots of telegraph poles, lots of houses. But it's such a scenic track and such a bumpy track as well.
Right. As we're looking at Nick Westy there, our points leader. I brought the track map up for us so that you can kind of see. It's such a long lap, you'll be able to kind of see where they are with their markers. We're going to have to use that as well to follow. I believe LaBelle is now on a time lap. He was the first proto to come across. So
we do already, sorry to interrupt, Rob, we do already have someone in the trees. So 6th place, Mitchell Koskotsky is smoking away in the trees there.
Oh, Koskotsky, let's go, man. I think he's slipping in the grass. I don't see any wheels spinning, so he may be. At least it's quali. He can just retire. I don't know if he's able to check the rule book and make sure that he doesn't go out again, but he probably is. I'm trying to see out of these protos who's going to across. I believe LaBelle's on a time lap, so he's going to put the first one, and he still is the number 1 green icon on the track map. Marek is the number 2, and so on. I'm looking to see. Westy is 13.
I think Tony Talviti is probably going to be the first to cross the line, but he's just going through the third sector of the lap. So he's put in 2 purples, of course, because he is the fastest car on the circuit, because he's the only car those sectors first. So he's coming in up to the end of the lap.
He is the number 8 dot that you're seeing there. So he is coming right around that last sketchy little part there. And who's it just in front of him was Phil Brown, and is in class 2. But here comes Tony Talviti now in that nice Liberty footwear, green, red, and white livery. The Marek Farms logo on there as well. Let's see what he can do. And there's your first time, a 3:08.76 by Talviti. Very nice. Right behind him is Lars Hegman. And Lars has company. Is that Westy right with him? Or no? Lars takes second. It was Westy.
Someone got a hell of a toe on that part of the lap. So,
well, Westy was right behind him.
Right.
Westy was right behind him as they start another lap, and took advantage of that and jumped ahead of him, actually, on that, because Lars took second, and then Westy in tow took second right away from him. So who's next? Number 7, LaBelle will be coming around for his. Marek. Number 8, who is in 10th? Oh, Jacob Smythe. Here comes Smythe. Smythe in 7th. Was that not a timed lap? Can't tell. I'm on a different screen. So, how about the GT1?
Oh, we've just seen, we've just seen Simon Barnes come to grief at the hairpin at the end of the lap. I believe that was his out lap. So he should be able to get down the hill and put a tyre back on that Ferrari.
Yeah, he got some sparks of flying there.
That was kind of well timed of where he actually, I think he probably braked too late for the hairpin and ended up colliding with the tyres. But he should be able to get out of the pits and do another lap with 7 minutes to go. But 12th place, George Emery, I believe, is the Corvette driver that's coming up to the end of the lap for the GTs to put in the first time.
Here he comes now. Those iconic posters. This is a little tricky right here when you're carrying speed. Nicely done. See what George can do. Oh, we got a yellow.
I believe that's still the yellow for the driver.
Oh,
Simon Barnes.
Yes, he's in the pits. So, I do not even, that wasn't, he was an outlap. We've already, Simon has DQ'd himself. Randy Marek is in the pits. George Emery, okay, 412 and a 411 for Taylor. Taylor's a 411, so he's in the Austin. So there is your position for the GT2's pole so far on the shaky cam bit of the track there, which I kind of like. All right, and Tony Talviti is coming around for another time lap as he's getting through some traffic here. I think that was Phil Brown right there. Or no, it was the 13th place car of Michael Kakowski who's around. So let's see what Westy's got a little bit for Tony here, if he's going to challenge him or not.
So thankfully this circuit does have plenty of straights to pass the slower class. We've seen in many of the rounds been to, the GTs have had a hell of a job trying to pass on some of the tight and twisty circuits, but this is completely different. So patience, not needing an awful lot, but it just depends where you catch the GTs. Hopefully not through some of the tighter turns like the hairpin, because the Porsches will have to be very careful, because that is tighter than the circuit that's at the moment. But
Yeah, it looks like they're all bunched up there.
All that circuit to play with, and all bunched up at one part of the circuit. But
Yeah.
still got the first part, the downhill section, heading into Eau Rouge and Radion, and then it heads along the Kemmel Straight.
It looks like the
into
leaders.
The countryside. Oh, that's another person off. I can see a wheel. That is a GT. Is that Robin Taylor that's off?
Let's see. It's in the pit now.
Yeah, I believe that looked like a dark-coloured Aston. So I think Robin Taylor is on provisional pole, but that looks like his only effort. So have to see if any other GTs can catch him. 4 minutes to go.
All right. So who do we have now? Nobody's near the end, but let's go to where is Vandergeest? There he is in that beautiful, the Hulk Cobra Green Mamba.
I think John Vandergeest, we've seen him struggling in some of the tighter courses, but this Cobra should be able to stretch his legs around Spa. He just has to keep it out of these telegraph holes and refrain from hitting these houses.
Right.
And he should be good to go.
That's all. Just don't hit any houses while you're racing.
Exactly. It's easy. It's easy.
It's the Emery, who is challenging for the pole in that vet. He's in Sector 3 in that red Corvette again, so I'm sure he has had that pedal to the metal. Let's see what we can see. And I believe
GTs are pretty flat out most of the way.
Yeah. This is going to be checky right here. You got to lift. Oh, baby. I believe the speedometer in this is in miles per hour. We was about 130 there, which sounds about right. So he's getting ready to hit the hairpin hip here. A little bit more lefty here. Yellow and yellow, though, so I don't think he's going to be advancing on his time. I think he's probably actually might be giving up on this lap. Not too enthusiastic coming out of that turn, is he? Alrighty then.
I think you pretty much got to chuck an anchor out the back coming into that hairpin trying to slow these cars down.
Yeah, indeed. All right, number 3, Lars Hagman. He's on a ripper.
Oh, it's coming. He's coming into that hairpin. Oh, look.
And Vandergeest right behind him in the class 2. So let's see what Lars.
Vandergeest hasn't.
He's currently.
Vandergeest has not put any personal best in, so he's 3rd, but I don't think he's going to improve.
No, as he didn't there. But still a good-looking car nonetheless. And Lars did not improve as well. So 4th place, Contasaurus is coming through. He is, I believe he's green and green, so he's got a chance to move himself up from 4th. His last lap was a 124, so yeah, lots of room there. This should be down a little bit better. Well, albeit it like took his time away. So he's on a ripper now.
It looks like I think Tony is the last one to come across the line with about 1 minute to go. So he will be one of the last ones to cross the finishing line. 6th place has had a bit of an off. Oh, Philip Pichler has vaulted over the barrier.
Indeed? Well, we must find him. Oh, he's parked it already. Okay. Pichler vaulted. Noted. Phil Brown, our Class 2 leader.
I can show you a replay of that. Now we can.
By Jove, let's give it a try. All right.
Let's see what happened to Philip.
Tell me when you're ready.
He's coming up the fast. Oh, blimey. Okay, that's not how you do that turn.
Oh, yeah, there it is indeed.
Ended up hitting a shed.
Let's hope that nobody was in there. So very good, Neil. We had that. It worked. It might have been a little choppy, but that's okay. We got to see the impact. Oh my goodness! All right, that was awesome. Where's everybody
I
now?
think Philip as well. He's got to put the points in because he is in the running for the World Series championship, but he's going to stay in 6th. I don't think many people are going to be improving. We've got 4 cars out on circuit at the moment.
Right. It looks like
Lars Hagman, Bjorn Hagman, and Costas Kanzeris, and I think the only GT is Phil Brown.
Is Phil Brown? Yeah, here is Phil Brown. I was watching him. He's green in his first sector. That hundreds of kilometers of pavement. So yeah.
Lars Hagman is going to be the first to cross. He's green in the first, yellow in the second, unfortunately. So he may be able to jump up on the front row. But we have to see. He's coming through the last second.
Yes, let's check up Lars. Haven't seen Bjorn. Bjorn's just behind him in 5th, Correctamundo. So we will take a look at him as we watch Lars cross the line here. He's yellow in sector 2, so it's going to be tight for him. 113 was his last 112.6 is his best, and now he's going to put up a 112.6. So, not too bad. Let's go to Bjorn. Looks like Bjorn has cashed it in. He's parking it. Yep, lights are on. Wow. So, we do have the last of the last, which is Phil Brown. Purple in sector 2 in that Austin Martin James Bond machine gun flinging rocket launching Austin.
He's probably sipping a beer along the straight and munching on a street waffle.
Yeah. It might be champagne.
Maybe. So a reminder that Phil Brown doesn't have to do anything particularly adventurous. He needs to finish and get some points, and he's taken this championship. He's been strong all year. In fact, all series, not all year, but he's been strong in the series. That Aston has been pulling him along.
Smoking some
We're
sausage.
flying along in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Watching James Bond go off into the distance.
Yeah. What a track, man. Just imagine white knuckling a car around, especially those older Formula cars. Wow, we need to do a series of those. You're crazy.
I think the Simulation Online did recently do some Formula 2s around here, and they're quick enough. It's scary when you're in an open wheel car around here. There's so many things to, you put one wheel on the grass and you're heading to the scenery very quickly, like we saw, unfortunately, a couple of drivers have. But point 1, we may get provisional pole for coming down the hill.
Yeah, Taylor sitting on it. Brown trying to take it. What is the verdict? Well, he's staying in 3rd. So, there you have it. All right. The starting order is set. Wow, that was a lot of lapping there in quali. That was something to behold.
It was strange how they all grouped together on the same part of the track, though. They got all of this 14 kilometers of tarmac, but they all ended up on the same piece of tarmac. But we did see a couple of people using the draft. There are plenty of straights to gain a little bit of speed, as long as you can maybe swap some positions. Coming up some of these straights, so tactics for I think Nick Westy made the most of that because he was able to leapfrog the person that he was following. So a little bit of a warm-up session coming up, but I think it's go through the starting order.
It's a manually timed warm-up because it's set for 2 hours. I think Johnson can do it. But one thing I wanted to notice is the tower, the clock on the tower. It's actually correct for the game, and the second hand's moving and everything. And I just appreciate those kind of details that the modder put in here. Pretty cool stuff. All right. So who's out on track? None other than Tony Talvitier. Sitting on pole. We'll watch him blast through these GT2s.
So as I say, this is coming up the hill from what would be
Whoa,
the same
whoa.
part of the modern circuit, but then this is where it heads off into the countryside. So heading along what is called the Kemmel Strait and up to Lake Com, which is tighter than you think it is. It's very hard, very fast right-hander, and you have to be very careful how wide you take it, and you're always kind of guessing when can you get back on the throttle to come over the hill.
Yeah, there's a track. The track Mac is up there. Yeah.
And then we got down the hill towards Malmedy, and then along the Master Straight. Now the Master Straight here in the 1960s, I believe, coming up to the Master King, one of the most dangerous corners on the circuit. Personally, that's what I think anyway. But if you speak to Jackie Stewart, you'll know for a fact that he did come off quite in a big way at the Master King. Nearly lost his life, but was able to get extricated from his car by a couple of other drivers. So the very dangerous era of the 1960s. And then from then on, he had a spanner in the car just in case he needed to maybe undo a couple of bolts to get out of his car, quite sharpish.
Right.
So coming through the Master King and down towards the Hollowell and Stavelot, so another familiar name, I think named after street names of where these corners are. So along the Le Carrière Straight, or if you can call it a straight, not really a straight, is it? And then coming these deceptively quick right-handers, just missing the house on the right-hand side. What must it be like, those people standing there on their doorsteps and seeing a Porsche 917 come past?
Indeed.
And then along the short straight up towards the Blanchimont corner. So again, heading back to where the circuit gets onto the modern part of the circuit. So Blanchimont still exists in some form on the modern circuit, but take it very wide. All it takes is just putting a wheel on the grass there. So the double right-hander of Blanchimont, I believe that is. And then along this short part, in fact, next is Blanchimont. And then up to the slowest corner on the track. And the clubhouse straight to La Source. Now, La Source obviously still exists, and it's the cause of all manner of problems for some of the modern cars.
Indeed. All right, that was a pretty good lap there by Tony for us. Woo, and he's staying out, so a little bit different in the GT2s. It's still flat out though, and yeah, you're just hanging on. Hello.
A lot more time to relax, I think. I think we've seen the difference in lap time. I think the Porsches being 1 minute ahead of GTs, it's going to take them about 3 laps to get onto the back of the slowest GT. And we're hoping that people can keep the nose clean. We know that it's a formation lap.
That's Pitchler.
And we go to the grid.
Pitchler did it again. He was in the mid-pitch there. All right. So they're going to line up.
Starting under the lights.
Heaven. I did not see this coming. It was supposed to be sunny.
This is going to be interesting.
So, good. All right. I like it. Why these guys are doing this crazy business, let's take a look at the starting order. So, sitting on pole was Tony Talavitier, Nick Westy second, Lars Hagman in third, and Kostas Kantazoris took fourth. Now, these guys are on a manual formation lap. They're going to start the race about halfway through. Fifth place, Bjorn Hagman. Sixth is Philip Pitchler, who has a shot at this. Jacob Smythe in seventh. Michael Labelle in eighth. Then we come to the GT2s, led by Robin Taylor and George Emery. Phil Brown, Sean Vandergeest are the top four. And then following them is Ben Summers, Randy Marek, who is in a Porsche, but he will be moved up there. And Mitchell Kakotsky. Yes, and then Simon Barnes will be bringing up the rear. Ed Jones between Mitchell and Simon there. So there you have your starting order. Oh, don't play it again.
as you said, it will be a manual formation lap, and they will be heading. They're allowed to go from the Malmendine corner, which is about 2/3 along the lap. In fact, no, 1/3 along the lap. So not far for the Porsches to go before they can go green. So as soon as they come across the top of the hill, full throttle.
I'm very curious about the nighttime start. It must be a sunrise. That's all I can make of it. Really good view there. It looks pretty cool though at night. I must say it's great for the broadcast. I like it. Let's see what's going to happen with
street lights and people will be standing out on their porch. Porch
with lanterns. See the
the Porsches are just coming around that final turn. They're just about to come down the hill, Rob.
Right. Is this where it starts? Right about here.
Just around the this corner.
He's waving the green flag. I think as soon as they straighten out here, right, heading down that straight.
Yeah. So he's slowing up the field quite a lot coming into this section down the hill. He can accelerate as he goes, and off he goes.
Here we go. We are racing. At the top three, try to pull away a little bit there. Costas right behind him. Fischler right in the middle. Marek has caught up and is in the back of that pack as they tighten up here. Westy's right there on him already. Westy's already challenging Televitier. Oh my God, this is going to be something else, man, as they head into town here. I don't want to take away, but I want to jump back to these guys real quick. The Taylor's out, got a good lead on Vandergeest, and Phil Brown, George Emery, Ben Summers all tightened up together. As we jump back to the Porsches, Tony got away from him just enough there to make it comfortable going through this section here. There is Televitier, just enough of a gap on Westy. They blast their way through here. Then in the GT.
So the GTs were a little bit bunched up on the start. Robbie Taylor was able to get away from the rest, and it looks like John Vandergeest made the best of it. Jumped from about 4th place up to 2nd.
Somebody's
looks
out.
Like the leader is off.
That Taylor. Oh my gosh. Taylor. He's on fire. Good heavens. He's righted himself. I don't know. He's completely engulfed in flames. Let's hope he can get out. He's stuck behind the fence. I think that's going to be it for our leader. Let's get back to this action, but holy smokes.
Replay queued up if you want to see what happened to Robin Taylor. It was quite unfortunate the way I think he ran a little bit wide.
Let me know if you got a replay queued up.
Yeah, I've got it all queued up, ready to go.
Tell me when.
There we go. So he was just coming around the fastest corners on the track. Just went wide. Over he goes. And he was actually out into the scenery. He wouldn't be getting back from there. And
oh my gosh.
His roof, so
holy
flames and everything.
All right. That was something else. We got to see it at least. So meanwhile, the GT2s staying a little bit bunched up. Good heavens.
This looked like one of the Ferraris, the GTs, has dropped all the way back in 15th. He had a little bit of an off, so the rest of the pack is all bunched up, but unfortunately Simon Bounds is out the back, but we've got 60 minutes of racing still to go.
It looks like Marek has retired the car as well. And Simon Barnes is way back. Here he comes. So he must have had an incident. We have Contasaurus challenging for a third there with Lars Hagman just ahead of him. Remember, Lars in that yellow livery as he's been in every race. See Lars there just with enough lead on Costas down these straightaways. Wow. Uh-oh. What'd you see?
GT's, unfortunately, John Vandergeest leading. He's coming through the first sector and got it fully sideways. He was able to recover and get back to third, but unfortunately, it looks like one of the Ferraris had to spin to avoid him. I think that's Ben Summers, currently second in the championship, but he has got going again. So that must have been Kokotsky that span to avoid him. It's very difficult because it's dark outside.
Yes. So Phil Brown and George Emery did get around Vandergeest there in that swim, but Vandergeest has Jones right on his heels too, as we see Kokotsky and Ben Sumner's now in that duel there, and it looks like Kokotsky gets around Summers.
It does look like Nick Westy has been overtaken by Lars Hagman. So now Lars Hagman up in second place. Nick Westy does need a few more points than this if he's still at the championship. So Lars Hagman is doing a real big favour for his brother, taking points off the championship leader.
I can't tell if it's getting lighter or darker.
It looks like it's getting a little bit light coming over the hill, but I imagine the light behind the trees, it's suddenly going to get a bit brighter.
To come through the source there. This is the second and third place cars of Hagman and Westy. Head through, get ready to go up El Rouge.
So we've seen from some of the other circuits that we're really chewing some of the tyres. I know that the admins have set the tyre multiplier to be 3 times, just to maybe have a little bit of an offset. We're not really expecting anyone to pit because of tyre wear, but it's going to make it a slightly more interesting.
Whoa!
Swapper on.
All right, that is going to open the door
barriers.
for Costas. Costas is coming through. There we go. Wow, that was a nail biter. That was Code Brown there for Westy as he does come back to life. But he's dropping yet another spot, so he is just making it hard on himself.
I think Costas was flashing his lights, but saying that, I can't slow down.
Right,
Please see me.
I agree. That was good. And now we know Westy, just because of the pole laps, he is probably quicker, but he's going to have some work cut out for him to get around as he goes off again. So Westy, in typical Westy style, let's not kid around. We know he does not hold anything back, and he is one for using every curb and every piece of grass that might lead to an advantage, as we've seen through this whole series. So let's just hold on and see if he can make it through this entire race. I did see a couple of horses back there. I thought most of the livestock has been scared from all the noise. Oh, he's down the run here. They're coming up to the start finish. Or no, wrong guys. I'm looking at I wanted to check out these guys. Bill Brown and George Emery. And Emery's coming in. So is this an unscheduled pit stop for Emery? Did he forget to put fuel in from quali maybe? Or did he have problems? What is up with George? He is definitely drive-through. Maybe he did something and he is correcting it. It could have been something that we missed. And he has following SRO rules and doing a drive-through for maybe causing someone off. I don't know. Who knows?
It could have been that, as you see the entrance to pit lane, it's very easy to cut that corner. If you cut pit lane, then you've already gone over the pit lane line. So I'm wondering whether he had to actually go down the pit lane because of cutting that corner and cutting the beam. So he would have had to trundle down pit lane. Otherwise, I think he probably would have missed a lap because of the timing gate. So maybe he was just making extra sure that he got
there goes Westy.
that lap in.
Ooh. Costas throwing an elbow out there. Yeah, it's like, all right. Oh, Costas hits the guardrail. And he's up and he's off and he's going crazy. Costas, hang on to it, man. Hang on to it. Oh, my heavens. That he was helicoptered around. Here comes traffic. Stay still, stay still. Woo! Wow, as Fischler, or is that Bjorn gets around him. No, was that Bjorn? It was right near the start finish. Was it not? He's out. Costas, the car is dead. He's calling it. Oh, man, so that's 3 down. Well, Phil Brown leading the GT2 class with Vandergeest back in second due to the George Emery pit stop or drive-through or whatever the heavens it was. As I see the sun coming up. Yeah.
I've got a replay queued up of that. We want to see what happened to Costas.
Yes, indeed. Let's go. Okay, ready? I got it. Fire away.
So he was just coming around that fast left-hand. It got slightly wide, as you said, Robert, and it's coming up through one of the final corners. Looks like he was trying to block from Nick Westy, but just carried way too much speed coming into that last turn before the hairpin. I don't know if there was contact between him and a Westy, which got underneath him, but he hit one of the only trackside objects on that left-hand side, and yeah, looked like he called it a day after that. Maybe the car was a bit too damaged.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. He would have had to go on an entire lap with damage. But hey, we still got to finish. But the fact that you get points, no matter where, at least maybe that was motivation. And then we got in a position pass here as Emery's trying to get around Jones. It's vet on vet. The two vets are drag stripping. This is great stuff right here. Jones. That Corvette power. So we've got 4 out now. Captain Norris, Marek, Barnes, and Taylor all out of this final round.
So it does look like the sun is coming over the hills, make it a little easier on these drivers, but the close battle on track between 5th and 6th between Philip Pichler and Jacob Smythe. Pichler needs all the points he can get, though. This having Smythe right-handed with headlights ablaze is not going to be doing his championship cause any good. But just needs to keep it on the island.
Right. And Talvitie's made it through some of that traffic. He's all the way cleared through the 13th place car. He's coming up on the 12th place car of Ed Jones next. Here is that Talvitie in that Liberty Footwear Merrick Farms livery. Just on a Sunday drive. Nicely done. Smythe and Pichler, though, the battle in the Porsches right now. I see Pichler going a little bit wide there. And look at the run that Smythe has. Pichler had a little bit of an issue there. And this is going to allow Smythe to take this spot, which he indeed does. So has Pichler got issues? Let's check his steering. It looks like he's got a little bent steering there to me. It's like he's holding a little bit of left stern in there. Yeah, he's in trouble. So Philip, wow. I wonder if he's going to bring it in.
He's only part way through the lap. No, he's actually coming up to the end of the lap. That's pretty very well timed for Philip to head into the pits. I don't fancy doing 3 minutes around this track with bent steering.
No. As you can see, especially in the direction it's bent in. So is he going to pull in for repairs? And then we'll jump back to this Corvette battle. There he goes. Okay, so Pichler's going in to repair his steering. Meanwhile, the vets are fighting.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Yes. As the Porsche of Lars Hagman gets through them. Currently in second is Lars. And Vandergeest next on the Lars checklist as he gets around. And that means Westy's not too far behind, as Westy's got to get through this traffic now. So Vandergeest leading the head of the two vets with Phil Brown in the Austin out in front in the GT2s. The Cobra in second, and the two vets in third and fourth. So good stuff there. Uh-oh, fifth place car is off. Smythe. Smythe's got issues. Smythe is out. We have another retirement. Holy smokes. They're dropping like flies. Oh no! Another incident, indeed. It's Phil. Phil Brown and, is that Vandergeest? Phil Brown and Vandergeest are both destroyed. Holy smokes. We're going to need...
Depends which one we want to see a replay.
Well, I think they crashed into each other. Tell me when you're ready. Oh my God.
Let's have a look. So John Vandergeest, let's see if we can step back to his car.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll fire it up there.
It looks like, unfortunately, John Vandergeest may be one of the unluckiest drivers in this series, because he looks like he came across a Phil Brown, all stricken. I've got it all nicely queued up.
Okay, I'm going. Here we go. Fire it up.
And so Phil Brown was just passed by one of the lap cars, went quite wide and got it all wrong. So you see his tyre is now off.
And here comes
And John
Vandergeest.
Vandergeest,
Nowhere to go. Oh,
unsighted.
and the Corvette as well. Emery.
Around that
So
corner.
they've all retired. We only have 3 GT2s left in this race. Oh, man.
And that is championship leader as well.
What in the heavens to Betsy over? So Summers, Kokoski, and Jones. Jones is set up for a win. Oh my God! Wow.
Now, usually we have a lot of attrition at the end of the race, but it's all beginning at the start.
We're only 15 minutes in. We've got 45 minutes to go.
Jones has already had a win this season. He had a win in round 2. So can he complete a double this season?
Wow. Good heaven. So Katoski Mitchell, second place in the Austin. Ed Jones, first place in the Vet. Philip Bitchler is in the pit, still repairing that. And then we got Ben Summers in the Ferrari. All he's got to do is finish for a podium, it looks like. Meanwhile, Telvitier.
Pichler can still get back to 6th place because Jacob Smythe has unfortunately retired. Another one to succumb to the myriad of trackside objects, so he can still get back some points if he gets out of the pits in about a minute or so. It's a long stop to repair that steering column.
Maybe we'll have some visitors into the booth who had retired from this race. If Smythe is out, holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars have met their demise so far at Spa, the historic Spa, claiming lives and stealing victories.
We did start off in the darkness, which did have quite a cold temperature, and as we say, it's going to start off around 23 degrees, and we've still got the rain to come at the end of the race. Don't forget. So
yeah, oh boy,
the track temperature is going to keep dropping. So we've got a track temperature of around 23 degrees. If I've got that the right way round. So still rain to come at the last quarter, the last third of this race. So hang on to your hats.
Holy smokes. WTA's got a nice lead here. Got like a 20-second gap to Lars Hagman. Westy's still around. Here is Westy in third. Corey needs to finish, isn't it? Third or better?
third or better, but Pichler needed to win this race.
Yeah.
Westy probably doesn't need to do a lot more, but we've seen in the past that Westy sometimes doesn't hold back. He tries to go as fast as possible, and it's come to grief many times this season when he just needed to stroke it home. But he is doing what he needs to do to take both championships.
Pichler's back out. It looks like his steering is fixed. Coming up on the GT2. That is Summers, the Ferrari.
We've got Tony out front by 21 seconds. All that melee behind has meant that Tony can pull out a gap. He's putting in 3:10, so he's the fastest car on the circuit at the moment. Lars Hagemann in second. Nick Westy a further 8 seconds behind. So that's 28 seconds covering the top three. And then a further 22 seconds behind with Bjorn Hagman. So I don't know whether Bjorn went off at all. So it's spacing out with Michael Lebauer in fifth and Philip Pichler bringing up the rear of the Class 1s in sixth.
Indeed. Wow, I think we have a guest. Enter and sign in, please. Nope. Somebody entered our channel, but they're not in here now. I just checked. They've headed for the hill.
Be interesting to know. Unfortunately, we didn't give anyone a curse this time because we normally curse John van der Geest just before he has his accident. But
True.
He was very unfortunate in one of the races that I was personally in. We did a race around here in the historic F2s. And I believe it was Lars Hagman that came to grief around the Master Kink. And again, John van der Geest was the innocent party, so he must be having deja vu because it was exactly the same corner and exactly the same circumstance. So be interesting to hear his point of view.
Oh. So we are quite spread out here with 39 minutes to go. Just over. Not even halfway yet, and we've lost almost half the field. Almost all of the GT2 classes out. These guys just need to survive. We got Pichler on a mission trying to get back. Currently in seventh. Katoski. Job staying alive. That's all I can say.
So it'd be a good opportunity to tell everyone what's happening over at Sim Racing Online for the next few weeks coming up to Christmas.
Yes.
So we're still rounding out some of these series, which includes our Factor 2 series, and I believe you're running a Le Mans Ultimate series as well, Rob.
Yeah, and it's the last race. It was the prep series for the 2026 LMU Multi-Class Championship, which starts on January 11th. So that race, which is on Wednesday, December 17th, is just a last prep race, and it's at Sebring. It's only a 30-minute race. That all these are the 30, but we are doing tire wear and fuel times 3 to simulate a pit stop, so the guys can get used to stopping because they're going to have to stop for the 90-minute championship races. And we do have a special event in that 26 series, which will be Le Mans, which will be 120 minutes with a simulated overnight, day and night, using Time Excel. So that's coming up in January. We also have the Automobilista 2, the Brazilian stock car races, is actually 2 days from now on Tuesday. That'll be round 5 at Goiânia. That's a fun race. And we also have Caldwell Park R Factor 2 Lotus Cortina a week from, or this December 21st, so it's in 2 weeks to take care of this. And then the final round of the Brazilian stock cars will be December 23rd before Christmas as Jacopiara, or whatever the heck you call it. But then we also have the Group C's in the Automobilista 2, which we got Nordschleife coming up. Nordschleife on Monday, January 5th, which will be 45 minutes on the Nordschleife. So that should be pretty exciting too, as well as Caracas will be round 2 of that series coming up. So that's the calendar, the immediate calendar anyway.
Yeah, plenty of track names to get used to for the upcoming calendar. Lots going on just rounding out the year, though.
Yeah.
I believe we will be on track together in a couple of those series. Rob, we're doing the Brazilian stock cars and the Group C's, and we've set out a hell of a calendar for the Group C's. I'm not looking forward to it.
Right, that's good. No balls, no glory, as they say. I think we've been doing our onboard streams. I know you were streaming on Woody TV over on your Twitch, or you moved it to YouTube too, don't you? So you can jump on board with one of us. The last race I streamed from the cockpit until I was out of it, and then I just broadcasted the last 20 minutes. As we check on Tel VTA now, coming through some traffic. Oh! And that is going to eliminate yet another. What's that? Tell me that wasn't. It was.
Is that that was Ed Jones?
Oh my heavens. And then there were two. Man, what in the heavens to Betsy is going on around here? Anyhow, I don't believe it. GP2s are taking a beating.
Let's see if we can get a replay of that. I kind of can see it coming, unfortunately. There might be some words after the race, so I have it queued up.
Okay, you ready to go? I'm going to fire it up. Here it is. It's on.
So we see Ed Jones just coming around the final corner. He was slowing. I don't know whether he was slowing because of a problem. Actually, I don't know whether my replay is actually running at full speed there, but you can see he goes really wide at the end of the straight, and he just cannot turn that vet, and he hits the outside unco, and he is on his roof.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I think he was leading at the time, so
yeah, he had
this
gave him plenty of
dangerous.
room. Interesting. Yeah, it did look like that to the slow-mo. The frames were a little off, but like I said, this was a work in progress. But Woody's figured out how we can get some replays in here without using the Buggy Never Works replay tool in the R-Factor browser, the overlay browser. So at least we have those. Well, we'll be tweaking it. He's going to tweak on it. This is the first experimentals. At least we can see what happened, slow-mo or not. It was still looking good. So for Ed,
as you say, only two left. He's still got third place. He will still score points for third place in class, but just Mitchell Kukotsky and Ben Summers left. I think I did say at the start of the stream that Ben Summers need to take a win, and Phil Brown would have to have an absolute shocker. And as if by magic, I've cursed them again.
There's some inside action going on there. Ed LaBelle currently in fifth. He's on poise for a good top 5 finish. Be good for him. Fischler a lap down from that pit stop, but he's still in it. So he's looking at 6th place points. Good. And Lars in 2nd place in that yellow Porsche.
Wow. So you can actually start putting the provisional points in, because this is the last round of this championship, and points are going to matter quite a lot for both championships, including the World Series. So I'm going to put in some provisional points, see if I can work out what it should happen towards the end.
Westy's still on the charge.
Lovely sunrise just coming over the hill, Rob. You can see it just coming over the mountains or the grass. Such a scenic track, this.
Westy's still on the charge. He's about 9 seconds back, I believe. They head to the famous turn. Zala Source. Hard on the brakes. Should be able to see Lars just ahead of him there. Should be going up the Rouge. There he is. You can see the headlights going up on Rouge. That is what Nick Westy is chasing.
Because we're seeing the sun come up, it obviously depends what direction the sun is pointing. I'd imagine it might get a bit blinding for some of these drivers.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a shot looking back.
I don't know where the sun is on the circuit, because I know that it
Judging by the
can be
shadows.
blinding.
There it is. And Westy
I don't know
is
whether
on the
that was
guardrail.
maybe a cause. Was that a West? Is Westy?
The sun is just to his left coming up. Left to right, I think, as we look at this shot. Can't tell, though. It's different every angle. Maybe Tony's in a different spot. There we go. Now we can see it behind Tony. Bars. So I imagine there'll be lights out pretty soon.
I don't think it matters what car you drive around the circuit. It's still as dangerous as we've seen from some of these retirements. We've seen that obviously these GT drivers, they're flat out for most of the circuit, but I think just the lack of grip and the lack of tire temperature because of the low sunlight hasn't helped an awful lot, because in our Factor 2 we do have generated track temperature from the amount of sunlight there is, so that hasn't helped matters. But the GTs are plugging away. There are still 2 left. We'll have to see if they can survive the rest of this race. With only 30 minutes, we're at half distance, Rob.
Finally. Wow, I mean, so much has happened. This WTA is going to come across the start-finish. So judging by this, where the sun was, it's got to be behind them, in front of them, around them. 30 minutes remaining, 29 and a half. So here is Hagman in second. Some 36-second gap to Televitier. So Televitier is in the driver's seat as long as he can keep it on track. Westy trying to close that gap is not doing himself any favors. He had it down to about 8 seconds, but now you can see it's almost up to, what, 25, 30? 67 off the lead, I think, almost a full minute off the lead in 35 seconds. But that would put him closer to Hagman than we think. But, oh, who's in 5th place? They've had an incident. Or just fixed it. They're back on track. That was Michael LaBelle. Still rolling. This will be a really good finish for him if he can get in there. Does he have any damage? Looks like he's in trouble because he is not keeping it on the track. Whoa. He's in big trouble. He's got some damage. He's basically idling around. Oh, it's making me dizzy.
It looks like he's only halfway around the circuit as well. It looks like it's crabbing quite a lot. And that is not a nice car to handle.
No. I think he's got a strut broken, or perhaps a suspension damage, or the front toe is just completely destroyed.
Yeah, it was just coming along the Master Straight there. That car is only 3 wheels are pretty much driving that thing. And you know that if you've got like a toe link bricken or something and the car's crabbing, you don't want to go full speed, otherwise it will just end up in a barrier. So he's hanging on to it, but there's a fast turn coming up.
Does still have 4 actual tires on it, but like you said, I think his steering rack is broken or something. toe link is out.
I think he's no one's close to him on the track, so he can. Oh, in saying that, I can see a car right behind him. But he's heading off the track to move out of the way on one of the fastest corners on the track. That's Nick Westy.
Was it Wesley? I'm trying to find who it was. Oh, now Westy's in trouble. Oh no. Oh no. So I imagine we have a replay of that. I was trying to find who was coming up on him. I didn't get it, so I missed all of that. So hopefully you've got some kind of replay action. Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, I've got a replay queued up.
Okay, here we go. Fire away.
Look at what happened. So we're looking from Westy's point of view. If we can actually get some.
It is experimental.
Right, so he comes around the corner. You can see it on board from Westy. You see that Michael Bell is going off on the left-hand side there.
There's like a telephone pole flying at him, or
Nick Westy doesn't quite judge it. He has nowhere to go, basically. Michael LaBelle is already spinning, and unfortunately Nick Westy gets caught up in it. So that's very unfortunate. But he did get going again. Didn't lose a place. That was an unfortunate place to catch a spinning car.
And these two are just like, oh my God. It's like dead man walking. Both of them are. Is that LaBelle right behind him? Yeah. So,
creeping all the way back to the...
they're in sector 1.
Wow.
Are they yet? No, they're on the back. Okay, they finally chipped into sector 3. This is 4th and 5th place, by the way. Right? So, holy smokes, what happened to Pelvitier? Tony! Oh, you're going to have to back it up and find out what happened to Tony now. He's out, DNF. While all that was going on, he must have killed himself somewhere. Let me know if you can find it. As we're watching Hagman get through the 1 or 2 GT2 stuff. This is going to be, there's only going to be 3 or 4 cars left. At this rate. Holy smokes. The leader, Tony Talvitier, must have met his demise somewhere up there. That's put Lars Hagman in first with brother Bjorn in second. So almost a minute behind. Here comes Pichler. Things are looking good for Pichler as he's going to get around these. If he can clearly get around him, both of these guys are just out of their wits. And we haven't even had the rain yet. So Pichler moved up to 5th.
Maybe the rain has just scared them off the track already.
Right. Any news on anything for Tony for us?
I didn't quite go back far enough. That's unfortunate for Tony. He was aiming for a win.
Yeah.
You have 2 cars brawling back to the pits.
That is just hilarious. I mean, wow. So Westy and LaBelle. Pichler's coming. Wow. So another one bites the dust. We can't tell exactly what happened. So he's got the fire out. And there goes.
Is that just an engine blow up for Lars then? Did he overdo it on the gear changes?
I don't know, but here comes Bjorn. He has no idea what awaits him around the corner here. But there is his brother.
Rob, I've just seen what happened. Oh no. This is bad.
Do we have it queued up?
We do have it queued up.
Okay, I'm going to it. All right, it's rolling.
Okay, put your seatbelt on because you're going to want to hang on for this one.
Okay.
So Lars Hagman just coming up towards, I think he's in full speed. He's coming up to the end of the lap. But remember, Nick Westy is crawling around the track, and who is Lars going to meet? He's going to meet Nick Westy in the middle of the track, and he cannot slow down.
Oh no, they guessed wrong. So he's off into the grass.
So
He's running over spectators and more telephone poles. Oh no. Oh.
The stewards, I think the stewards are going to have a little bit of a word with some of these drivers, because Nick Westy was in the middle of the track and Lars had nowhere to go.
And also, I don't think Westy really had control of that car. Neither does LaBelle. They were both just seesawing back and forth, right? As LaBelle is finally, where is he? 6th place. He's making it through.
And it looks like Nick Westy has pulled into the pit lane. Nick Westy is out as well. We only have 3 GTs left. It's Bjorn Hagman, Philip Pichler, and Michael LaBelle. This is stunning.
Jones is out.
And the rain is falling.
So Katkowski he's on board to get a win here in this amazing final round. Maybe some good things. Good heavens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 DNFs so far. Bjorn leading the Porsches. Pichler is going to get a 2nd place if he can finish. And LaBelle is on the podium if he can get out of the pits. Now, of course, Westy's still in the pits too, or did he kill it?
No, he looks like he came into the pits. I think
He's actually
tried to come down
disqualified.
pit lane.
He's disqualified.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. I just saw 2 cars coming into what they thought was pit lane, but they came to the end of the pit exit, and then came down, and he entered into the pit exit. So that's how they got disqualified, because they went up the pit lane backwards. And unfortunately, Ben Summers is in the same predicament. There won't be any pit stall for you in the paddock, my friend.
Good heavens! So Summers is
as the
still
rain
on
falls,
track, though. No, Summers.
He is. He's in the paddock. So he's looking for his pit spot, but the pit spot is on the other side of the garage, Ben.
He's got to get back on track. Or is he going to get a DQ as soon as he gets on track? He's heading the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think if he heads up further, the admin will disqualify and take him off the track, so he can't head up any further into the paddock. Otherwise, that will happen. But he has second place.
He's going to get a DQ right now, isn't he? He needs to go back on track.
To reverse.
He can't go that way anymore. There he goes. All right. If he can figure it out. There you go. Just get yourself back on track. All you got to do is finish, and you're going to get a 2nd place. There's only 2 of you left.
I don't know whether he had. I don't know whether he had fuel problems. I know that he's had fuel efficiency issues. So whether he was desperate for fuel.
That might be the case.
He went into the wrong part of the pits.
So I think you're right. He might not have what he needs to finish a lap. Otherwise, if he had the gas to go around, he'll be okay. But I can't see a fuel gauge here. But they should have plenty of juice to finish a race, correct? They don't need to stop for gas. So, all right.
It depends how much they put in, to be honest. So Ben can keep going. There is only 2 GTs on track, which is Mitchell Kukutsky and Ben Summers. But
where's Bjorn is pitted?
There's only one.
Bjorn's putting the
There
wets
are
on.
2 Porsches left. Bjorn has pulled into the pits.
Here's Pichler.
Let's see where-
There's 2 of each car left. There's 4 cars left. 17 minutes.
I did say he needed a miracle, and a miracle has happened.
Oh my heavens.
But I think the Porsches do have the option to put on some wet tyres. So Bjorn is in the pits at the moment, probably putting on some wets, because I don't fancy going around this circuit on tyres that are not suitable for the surface. But it is just raining a lot harder now. The track about 15% wet. So
it's not really raining that much here on pit lane, right? A little bit. Oh, I guess it is. He's probably putting wets on. So Pitchler.
So Bjorn is now out the pits, and somehow he's in the lead. I'm astounded.
Does it? Let's see if I can get higher info here. He's on wets, right? The blue dot. So Bjorn has gone to the wets. Where is Lars? Out. Pitchler, second place. Let's see if he stops. Okay, he's coming in too. Let's see if he gets it right. He should be putting the wets on. Meanwhile, Simon Ben Summers, 6th overall, crawling. He definitely needs a pit stop. Look at him. He is just desperately crawling the track. So
I wonder if he is short on fuel. He's perhaps trying to clutch it to get to pit lane, because you can get home without.
And he's shaking the
rain is chucking it down there. The spray is now.
Do you think he's shaking the tank there to try and get all the fuel he can out of it? What the heck? This is insanity. So the Austin with Mitchell Kakowski, brilliant race. I got to give it to these finishers. Look at these 4 individuals that have survived at Spa. Wow. This is one for the books.
I've got some news for you as well. Because Nick Westy got disqualified, it means it puts him at the end of the standings, which means he finishes in 9th place.
So if something happens to Bjorn and Pitchler wins, right? He's a lap behind.
Yeah, I'm just going through the points at the moment. I want to be able to get a provisional idea of what he's going, because I think Michael LaBelle was in the same predicament, so that puts him. He got DQ'd first or second. I don't know how R Factor would have done it, but
Michael LaBelle,
unfortunately, maybe got caught by the same thing.
That will determine their finish. So on the board, I have them in 16th, and dead last is Westy 17th overall on the overlay board.
Yeah.
So that I wonder if that's how the points are going to figure as well.
Okay. Do you want to know the good news or the bad news?
Not at all. Give it to me.
We knew this was going to be a championship finale, and we knew we were going to go out with a bang, but I didn't know how much of a bang we were going to go out with the amount of finishes we got on track. But this, looking at the points now, and it's okay, right. So as it looks at the moment, if Bjorn can just keep going, he may have wrapped up this championship. I think even if he doesn't finish and gets second, Bjorn may have taken it. This is absolutely stunning.
So the worst of luck for some and the best of luck for others. I mean, that's how it works, isn't it?
That Spa takes it. I mean, this layout, the layout did change. We were specifically going to be doing the 1986 layout, I think, or the 88 layout, but there was some problems with the graphics to do with wet weather, so we changed it to the 66, and it has proved to be vital for most of the drivers.
There's no
So
controversy.
we do still have 2 Porsches on track, so Philip Pitchler is doing well in second. Looking at the points total.
And that's what I say. If anything,
7-9.
oh no, we've got another GT2 pass to come up. That was all right. Our good friend Mr. Summers trying to make it back to the pit lane. If he can get it right this time, is there any way you can send him a message? Can you chat to him?
Unfortunately not. He's out on his own. which is unfortunate because I'd like to be telling him what he's able to do.
He's going to have to
Having a
figure
look
it
at
out.
his telemetry.
They're making
His telemetry saying he's in third gear and he's got the minutest amount of throttle on trying to get back to the pits.
So Pitchler has a ways to go to unlap himself. Almost a complete sector plus a lap. So not much to happen there, but it's going to be the last 10 minutes here plus about 11 and a half to see if they can make it. These guys still have to, like you said, keep it on the island, which it's very wet island at this point in time.
I suppose the good news is that this doesn't really change the Class 2 championship. As I've got it, Phil Brown will still come away with the championship win, even if Ben Summers finishes second or first. And that's the only possibility that he's got. As we see him being lap by Bjorn Happen, he's staying well out of the way, and I don't blame him, but he must be on fumes at the moment. It is possibly fuel, we don't know. I'm not sure if these cars have wet tires. I thought they were just bias plies, but
yeah,
he is gently, slowly but surely making his way back pits.
It's a couple turns to go here as Bjorn is just ahead of him there. Oh my gosh,
he's shaking the car, as you said. I wonder if he thinks that fuel physics is a thing, but I don't know if
he's seated
if
on
that
NASCAR.
actually is modeled.
That's a NASCAR thing.
Yeah, exactly. But thankfully, the latter half of this circuit is downhill. So once he comes through the left-hander up to the hairpin, you can hold the clutch in and push it down the hill.
Very interested Cal up there, checking him out. It's like, yeah, what's that guy going so slow for? So this is it. All he's got to do is make this lefty. He can coast into his spot, clutch in.
So I wonder whether maybe a couple of people missed the pit entry, and if you missed the pit entry, so you can see as he comes down the hill, you can see there's a sign there. If you miss that sign and you end up going to the left of it, which is the normal track, it won't trigger the pit spot for you. So I'm wondering whether a few people missed that. So
Go.
To the right, Ben. To the right.
Go on now. Go on now. Come on, man.
Right. There we go.
Don't drive it into the river. What is he doing?
No, where are you going? So if he just comes down the hill, we should see his pit spot.
It should light up
be enabled for him.
Come on now. It's a miracle. He's done it. Come on now, Ben. You can do it, Ben. Yes. Yes. There's a picture. They're desperately waiting you. He's made it. He's made it in, ladies and gentlemen. A successful pit. So let's just see how good. Where is the other GT2? Cox, he's just cruising. He's actually had a brilliant drive today. He hasn't really put the car out of place. Definitely showing some of his good wet weather driving skills here.
Kokotsky is actually one of our newer drivers to Sim Racing Online. This is only his second race with us. He was with us in round 5 where we finished 7th, but imagine the second race in your first series with us and he gets a win. I may have just cursed him.
No! Say it's not so. Here comes Pitchler around for yet another lap. Whoa, hang on, baby. Summers is back out, and he's up to speed. Maybe. He's bending that front. Did he actually put wets on, or did he stay on the dries? What?
I didn't see the car come up for tyres, so it probably was just a fuel stop.
But yeah, because look at, you can tell.
He is back to full speed.
But on the leaderboards, maybe they don't have a wet tire, do they? Like you said, it's a probably treaded tire already.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's treacherous enough. I don't think these cars would be on sticks. But we're heading back to what, the 60s, 70s for these GTs. So I would imagine they're all on bias ply. It looks so treacherous out there. The track's now 60% wet, which is treacherous for just wet tyres. But the Porsches are not holding back. I'm looking at Philip Pichler. Just... Oh, I nearly cursed him again there. He nearly went off. It's hazards everywhere on this track.
So, was it just me? Yeah, those tires have a green stripe on them. The wet. See that? There's a green stripe on the back of that slick there. Let's see if I can get a view of it. Yeah, see that stripe? That's telling us it's on the wets. Oh, another treacherous situation here. There's the Ferrari yields, Ben Summers. In survival mode, all these guys. It's just under 6 minutes remaining. Bjorn's just got to hold on. Get a win. Pichler's going to get a second if he can. Well, there's no place else to go. He's got second place unless there's an DQ involved. The track is getting complete.
But this has been probably the most endurance race that we've had this season.
Right.
The place of endurance racing, because this track does, in modern day, hold the WEC series. They wouldn't hold it around this track anymore. It is still treacherous as they go. But this is... It just kind of shows what, the mindset you've got to go into this race. Even before the wet weather came, I think a lot of people were pushing just a little bit hard and getting caught out as Pichler does go wide and clatters the fence. But I think he should
he's
be okay.
Let's see. Oh, he's got a little bit of left. Is his steering bent? It looks like he's got a little bit of left rudder going on there.
It looked like the car was crabbing a little.
Yeah.
It did look like a glancing blow to the fence with both tyres, but these cars are fragile.
He's in trouble.
He's crabbing.
He's crabbing. He's in trouble. It's knocked his toe link out on that side that he hit on. You can see he's got to feed it left, a little bit of left wheel to keep it going straight. So this is survival. He's got 4 minutes to go. So that's about, it'll be one more lap after this, I believe.
The leader is just coming up to the last sector of the lap, so he's going to cross the line with probably about 3 minutes to go. So as you say, it's going to be one. Philip Pichler is staying out. He thinks he can hold on to it for a lap.
I think I would probably do the same thing. Summers is parked in the middle of the track. Let's see, and here comes the leader.
It must be so slippy out there.
No! Oh no!
You're going wrong. No, Ben, no, no.
Wait. Here he comes. Here comes the leader. Here comes the leader. Oh, hang on to your hats. Oh, my heavens to Betsy.
So I could see in the cockpit that maybe Ben was a bit disoriented. He was like, what where am I supposed to be pointing? And everything looks the same.
I would be in the same boat, I'm afraid. And meanwhile, bent steering Pichler. These guys need some kind of a medal just to finish this. There's been no conquerors, only survivors so far in this race. And there's only 4 of them.
Survival of the fittest or something.
Yeah. We've had car fires. We even had a fire in quali. So cars have blown up. They've knocked down power lines. We've seen power poles flying across the track. Woo. 2 minutes remaining, so 2:30. I should be more precise.
So Bjorn's last lap was a 3:37, so it looks like he probably has backed it down just a tad.
Yeah, considering his best was at 3:15. Calvite still has the lap of the race at a 3:09. And they weren't able to get back to his crash.
I mean, they still look like they are going really, really quick. I'm not sure how much it took off the lap time in the wet weather. So maybe that just is wet weather driving down to lap times of about 3:37-ish.
Yeah, that and the fear of crashing. So, Mitchell
coming up to Master Straight for the final time.
As Kikoski takes the source for probably one more time after this, he's going to have to go around. So Mitchell Kikoski is going to get a win in the GT2, but he's also going to get a top 3 total overall. He's in 3rd overall. That's got to be worth something.
It's kind of unfortunate that he crossed the line where he did, because he's got to do a full lap before he gets to the finish, because the leader hasn't crossed the line yet.
No, it's going to be a matter of minutes.
So I think Ben Summers is probably going to... He won't be able to improve his position because he's already been lapped by the leader as they come across the start-finish. And again, I think Philip Pichler has got to do the same. So Philip Pichler is going to be the last one on the track. Well, he's probably going to be able to overtake the GTs, but
right now
I'm coming through the last second.
I'm wondering when Ben passes, if he gets ahead of Lars for 4th overall, not in class, because he's only, well, no, that's 5 laps back, I think. I don't think so. Not that it matters. It doesn't. You don't get anything for that anyway.
I haven't even thought about the World Championship points.
Wow, we're going to have to get out the abacus to figure that one out.
Because I'm thinking, if drivers are DQ'd, that might mean that they don't score.
Right, we're going to have to wait till the
if they... Yeah,
process.
I am for that.
Yeah, we can't speculate because we have to run it through the process and see what the results get parsed as.
The Bjorn's coming down the hill and he's going to win this, whatever this was.
There it is. Champion round 6. Bjorn takes the checkered flag for a win in class for this final round at historic Spa Destruction Derby. Very good run. And some 1 3/4 back, or 2 miles back, second place is 4 miles back. What is this, an 8-mile track? So yeah, he's 6 miles behind.
14 kilometers.
Kilometers, yeah, okay. And Fischler, so as you want to hear, Fischler currently in 2nd. So Ben's race will be over when he crosses the line here. He'll be next to cross. Going to get that 2nd place in class.
And I think Ben is probably glad to see the back of this Ferrari, to be honest.
Yeah. See, look, he did. He got 4th overall. He just took over 4th. Getting around. So there was just enough. Lars DNF happened just soon enough for Summers to get a 4th overall. Not that it means anything, except, you get the pat on the back for that. Whoa, baby!
Sliding all over the place.
You can do it, Ben. Right here. Yeah, it's been the last time. Go get yourself a cup of tea. This is cinema at its finest. There he is. Whoa! 2nd place in class. G2. Ben slamming into the wall, Summers. Very good. Okay, where is Fischler? Oh, we've got Fischler just got through. He's going to just get around the Mitchell here. So Get a little bit of class action here on the last lap. He's definitely eating some spray right now.
I think probably Pichler is erring on the side of caution there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's going full speed.
Yeah.
So
there's what was once
just
the
wants
sun.
to finish this race.
Yeah. It's not going to beat him up.
Kokotsky is a little bit worried of where that Porsche is because he probably can't see where that Porsche is either. So it looks like we're going to have a formation finish with an Aston with a Porsche just behind it. What a finish to this series we have had.
Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 did not finish. 2 of the 13 were disqualified. And that would be LaBelle and Westy. I mean, their cars were just unhandleable. And I'm sure that's what led to that. And here we go. There is first and second. First in the GT2 class, Mitchell Kokotsky, and then second in the Porsches is Philip Pichler. Very good.
Now breathe.
Woo! Holy smokes. Session results. Let's get this race. Holy smokes. Gonna work? Session results. Here we are. Race 1. There we go. There we got Bjorn Hegman, 18 laps. Philip Pichler with 17 laps. Mitchell Kokotsky getting third overall and first in class. Lars Hagman getting third in class. Ben Sumner's getting second in class and fourth overall. You can see Tony Talavite did get a sixth place finish. He was the outright leader, just blowing everybody away. Then Ed Jones, seventh overall, followed by Jacob Smythe, eighth, George Emery, and John Vandergeest. And then we have another page of disaster. The DNFs continue. Phil Brown, Costas Cantazor, Simon Barnes, Randy Marek, Robin Taylor, Michael O'Bell, and Nick Westy. That is it. That is your finish. Holy smokes. So, with that said, wow, Woody, what a series, what a season. Let's talk about this championship. I mean, we don't know. We're clueless. We have to wait.
Well, I do have a little bit of an idea because I was totaling up the points because we did have a lot of time with people falling off the track. But it does look like, and I did say it at the start, and I think maybe I said it on broadcast or maybe beforehand, that Philip Pichler needed an absolute miracle to take the World Series. And a miracle happened. Spa happened because Philip Pichler, by my calculations, even if Nick Westy doesn't score any points, he has taken the lead at the final round of the World Series with 685 points to Nick Westy's 673. So we do have a champion for the World Series. And as far as the championships for Class 1 and 2, it's as I said earlier, Phil Brown does come away with the win for Class 2, and it does look like Bjorn has, with that win, pushed it over the top and grabbed the series win, which is absolutely stunning.
Absolutely. So, do we have a champion? Do we have a 2025 Sim Racing Online champion?
We're going to say it's provisional. Philip Pichler is the World Series champion.
Unbelievable. Wow. So now we do have a special prize for this winner. I don't know if we're ready to announce it yet. Are we not ready to announce that?
There is a prize. We will let them know when we have the prize, but there is a prize of some content. We'll put it that way. So
yes.
Philip Pichler provisionally will be getting that in the behind the scenes.
Very, very cool. Well, that will be an announcement for us. We will make sure to let that be known to everyone as we wind this down here. It's really been fun. It's been a great series. And then great introduction of the new replay feature that we have. So we'll work on that. I think frame rates on it looked a little bad. It was a little choppy, but it's a work in progress. And that was the first, let's not even call it beta yet, right? I mean, we just threw it out there, just some brilliant work getting that handled. So we will work some more on that. And then we're looking to be bringing more series to you in the future. Hopefully we'll be broadcasting the Le Mans Ultima series that starts in January. We're going to put that together. They haven't made any improvements on the broadcast software, but it works good enough as it is right now. So with that said, if you're still with us, thanks for watching. It's really been fun. On behalf of myself and Woody, I want to say thank you to everybody that had a part in this, and it's just been a wonderful, wonderful series. And we will get back to you guys with this amazing first prize that the winner will get once we finalize the results and make it official. So, you got anything else to say, Woody?
I think I'm absolutely exhausted after that, even though it was a long 60 minutes. Just trying to think of what was going to happen next.
Right.
I'm absolutely astounded. That is the most surprising race I think I've ever seen.
That was insane, wasn't it? Good show. All right, well, that's it for us. I'm out, and we'll look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. We're doing it all the time here at Sim Racing Online, so have a good rest of your evening, day, morning, night, wherever you are, and happy holidays, and we will see you later.